good morning. My name is Lavinia, and this year I'm 21 years old. I'm currently studying in Taylor's University, and today I'll be sharing a little about offenses and how God actually teaches us to deal with offenses in a better way.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So you have 4 minutes to do this, and your 4 minutes starts now.
All right, good morning. So today I'll be sharing a little on the whole idea of offenses. And with that being said, I'll just jump right in with 2 verses from the Bible. First, from Proverbs chapter 12, verse 16, it says, "Fools show their annoyance at once, but the prudent overlook an insult." And the second one from 1 Corinthians, a verse that we are all very familiar with, it says, "Love is not easily angered. It keeps no record of wrongs." And when we talk about offenses, a lot of times it is not just something that people say. It can be something that people don't do. And this is what I call unmet expectations. And unmet expectations are very often the thing or the breeding ground of most offenses. And so unmet expectations comes when we don't express our expectations. And I just want to put forth this thought to you that the closer you are with someone, the more potential it has to be exposed to offenses. And offenses happens in a million different ways. And because of that, often we don't realize it happening. Because it's just one conversation after another. It's just one unacknowledged effort. And it's just one unmet expectations, one after another. And no one just wakes up one day and say to themselves, I think today I'm just going to stop loving. I'm not going to care anymore. It doesn't happen like that. It's because of an accumulation of many different little things. And because of that, people don't often stumble or fall upon big rocks or big things. People often stumble upon little things, little stones, things that we think are insignificant. But I'm just really thankful that our good Father has given us a better way to deal with offenses. And we talk about offenses, sometimes I think to myself, if only we could have another better example of someone who has every right, to be offended at us, someone who has every right to turn his back against us. But instead, he died on the cross, and he looks down at us and say, my child, I love you, and I'm going to forgive you again and again and again. And so my question for today is not if offenses are going to come, because they will come. But my question is more of, what are we going to do when offenses come? And so if we want to get back to where we once were, we've got to learn to just drop it. And when I say dropping it, I don't mean suppressing it. I don't mean faking it. I don't mean just sweeping things under the rug. But what I mean is that when things are laid out, when things are talked over, we've got to learn to just drop it. And remember, during last year prayer, U-turn and fast, this has been an area that God has been thoroughly working in my heart. And he said, Lavinia, you can't be bitter and say that you love me. You can't be bitter to those that I love and still say that you love me. And it was only then that I realized that, to have Jesus is to really to have his perfect grace. And to have his perfect grace is also to mean to be at peace with all those that I encounter. And this message is not just for you, it's also for me as well, because I'm still learning. I don't want to come to a place one day where I have to choose between my own pride and his endless love. Because I know that my bitterness was poisoning my relationship with God. And that is really what bitterness does, It's like a disease that slowly kills us and ruins us from the love that gives us life. And so today, if you are here and you feel like you are misunderstood, you are overlooked, or, if you feel like your heart has no more capacity to love or to care, I just want to encourage you with this verse before I close, from Ezekiel chapter 36, verse 26, that says, "I will give you a new heart and put a new spirit within you. I will take the heart of stone out of your flesh and give you a heart of flesh." Thank you.
All right, thank you, Lavinia. Okay, so I like the use of slides, of course. Visuals help people retain information, remember things, understand things. I think the slides are nice, but I would like to caution, right, because the slide is so designer, like it's nice design, but I think you may want to look at the practicality of it, because some of the quotes are at the bottom corner, and if people are sitting down, they may not be able to see. So what they see is the nice design, the space, but they don't see the power of the words. So you may want to think about that when you're preparing slides. So but other than that, love the delivery, love the content of the message, love that you included a true story as well.
Thank you.
Thank you, Lavinia. That was really good.
Thank you, Pastor Michelle.
Yeah. However, I felt you could have slowed down the speed of your preaching a little bit. I guess because there was so much good content to cover, you're trying to squeeze it all in. But maybe the solution to that is to amend the content a little bit to fit the timing instead of increasing the speed.
Yeah.
Other than that, I think you really preached it with a lot of conviction. And when you attach your personal experience with God as well, it made it very real. And I could really feel the conviction coming out. It's something that you applied in your own life and you saw the fruit of it. So thank you, Lavinia.
Thank you.
Right. So Lavinia, I gave you quite high marks here for the different parts, okay?
Thank you.
So, because it was really well prepared and it's full of stuff like Michelle said. The thing is, it's one of those messages like you don't have a lot of fancy things, but it's really getting through, to you. The thing I want to comment is about is maybe the use of stage could have been you have a wireless mic, you can go, pace back and forth, whatever, and also some interaction with the crowd would actually help to get us to listen in a bit more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you.
All right.
All right. Thank you.